One of the most facepalm-worthy things I see brands falling for all of the time is shiny object marketing.
Look, something shiny!
Shiny object marketing is the affliction that leaves clients and quite often agencies to run towards technology or ideas because they are popular or cool, not because they actually work to help your brand connect with your customers. Current shiny objects are stuff like blockchain, VR, and augmented reality. Now, these may very well become incredibly useful marketing tactics and tools, but at the moment there are more people waving them around as solutions than there are people who understand how they actually work. So today I'm going to talk about how we identify what is shiny object marketing, why running after it is bad for your brand, and how to determine if something is a shiny object or actually useful in connecting with your customers, hopefully helping you talk your clients down from their latest distraction.
Good luck with that!
My name is Tara and this is Truly Social. Much like any bubble that's about to pop in human history, there are some telltale signs that something is in the shiny object or trend phase. Number one, lots of people are talking about it, but it's still not entirely clear what it is.
90% of the time, I have no idea what the I'm talking about.
In fact, most people talking about it don't seem to quite know what it is. So if you keep hearing about a technology or an idea, but nobody can quite explain it to you in layman's terms, you should probably steer clear for now. Number two, people around you are saying things like, what is our insert trend here strategy?
We need some fresh, hip strategies to expand our market share.
I've heard this phrase so many times over the years. What is our Meerkat strategy? What is our VR strategy? What is our chatbot strategy? And now, what is our blockchain strategy? Also to note, if there are lots of experts and gurus that have just become expert and gurus on the subject but have never actually implemented anything, you've got yourself a bit of a bubble.
Buck Wilson. Now there was a risk management expert.
Now, of course, this bubble may well pop and leave us with a more reasonable but completely relevant tactic, but that's when it's good to get in.
But Tara, what about innovating? What about being a leader? Are you telling me to be a laggard?
Now, listen, there is not a first mover advantage to jumping on these trends, especially when some of them involve very expensive technologies. You're not going to miss out or look like a Me Too if you sit back and let these things bake a bit. Think about stuff like social media and content marketing. Now that the frothiness has died down and well, we know how it works and what to do with it, there are lots of brands implementing this successfully. But if you continue to chase shiny objects, you will hurt your brand. How?
I'd also like to know the answer to that.
Well, number one, many companies who chase shiny objects do it at the expense of engaging real-life customers. While you're off doing that cool thing, you're missing out on figuring out what your customers actually want from you. Now, I'm not sure what's going to happen to that iced tea lemonade company that pivoted to blockchain and got a temporary stock bump, but what I do know is that I'd be upset if I was a fan of their beverage and I heard that news.
Peach iced tea. You're gonna hate it.
It feels like a complete disregard of their current customers. The second reason why chasing shiny objects will hurt your brand is because it's expensive. If you've got endless bags of money to experiment with marketing trends, go for it.
I finally get why people want to be rich!
But I know very few brands, even the big ones, that can afford to do that. You not only throw that money down the tube, but you also miss out on the chance to put that money towards something that could actually work. And I've seen this happen. Now the key here is how you figure out what could actually work. And this comes down to knowing your audience, doing your research. Listen, if your audience are early adopting Bitcoin investor types, by all means get on that blockchain thing. It makes perfect sense. If your audience is 20-somethings who are raised on Pokemon cards and now big mobile gamers, a Pokemon augmented reality game is sure to be a huge hit.
If this is about Pokemon again,
The key here is in knowing who they are, their level of understanding, their media consumption preferences and habits, their time and attention levels, their affinities, and their hopes, fears, and desires. Sure, something may be cool, but is it going to help them get made, paid, or laid?
It's a damn good question.
You need to ask what's in it for them, and then look at these shiny new tactics and see if they align. If they don't understand the blockchain or own VR goggles, you've just put another layer of distance between you and their attention, and you may actually end up having to market your marketing.
You don't want to do that.
When it comes to marketing strategy, the key here is strategy. For more on strategy and other such topics, check out my channel and subscribe and/or follow me wherever you're watching this. My name is Tara, and this has been Truly Social.